Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP IT Thursdays. Tonight I'm joined with my friend Harker Customs. We got plenty to work on tonight. I'm still working on the She-Hulk, Power Girl, One Punch Man, Primeval, the other Prime, Skeleton, and probably 50 other things on the back burner. So I got plenty to keep me busy. Tonight I should be able to finish up the paintwork on Power Girl and She-Hulk. I'm down to my last coat, touching up on the green on the She-Hulk. Green is one of those, especially the lighter green, is one of those more difficult colors. Takes a few coats to get good coverage. But I have all these accessories for Power Girl. I'm going to do some washes on the arms. I just clean those up with some Clorox wipes just to get all the dirt and debris off, because you don't want to paint a dirty figure.
I'm working on a few Moon Knight capes, and then I'm going to do a few mods and some paint work to a couple of Mythic Legions, do some capes for those.
Cool.
And that's about it.
I got the fingernails painted up in the She-Hulk.
Nice. Those look so much better with the fingernails done.
Yep, I even got the thumb on the fist hands too.
Nice.
And the head turned out really nice. I just need a gloss coat the lips and the eyes. See, that looks really good. You can see the smoky eye stayed on there after I sealed it.
That's good.
Let's go ahead and do my gloss coat on those when I'm thinking about it, so I can just go ahead and set her to the side. Oop, lost focus.
Yeah, but on autofocus?
Yep. Yeah, come on. They launched the app. Oh, there it went. As soon as I threatened to launch the app, the just to focus, it started working.
I keep Watch Tune on.
Glasses. One thing I always like to do when I throw it down the skin, I always go back and gloss up the eyes to make it look a little more natural.
I've done UV resin a few times on eyes, and it looks really, really nice.
Oh, cool.
It's almost too glossy. It almost looks unnatural. So I kind of only do it on animals and stuff now. My Croc Master, I did that on his belt, and it kind of left like a dome, and it really set it off.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime I get a chance to mess with UV resin, I do.
I made a custom for a friend of mine who's got an Indiegogo comic. And I made a custom as his main character, and he's got like a medallion logo on his chest harness. And that would have been really handy, something like that. Give that nice depth to it. Looks good. Nice. Shiny eyes and lips. A little early start. It feels like we're starting like an hour earlier. Something like that. We're
right.
I came close to resetting the time, like when I was sitting at the stream, like for 7:30. It's like maybe I should have.
Isn't that what it used to be?
No, it's always been 7 for Thursdays and 9 on Sundays.
Okay.
The 7 o'clock on Thursdays is handy for people overseas too.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like people in the UK, it's not so bad. We got quite a few international watchers. Come on, camera. Some fresh water from a cup.
Oh, for your paint?
Yeah, rinse my brushes and.
Oh, mine's like 2 months old.
Well, I haven't scrubbed the cup. It's still a nasty cup, but the water's it's just slightly murky now.
Mine stays sealed, so it keeps the funkiness inside. It's a wash bucket from when I used to do fine art.
Okay. Okay. Now I want to do I'll do a blue wash on these arms for Power Girl. I did them from the shoes on She-Hulk. It looked pretty cool. Once I do the wash, I'll dry brush some white over top. And where did you go? That's why I couldn't see it. Her rack was on top of it. I was sitting there looking for the blue wash. It's like that. It's like, now where is it?
It would hide it. It's enough to hide it. Amanda Connor would be proud. I like it when she criticized a lot of the artists that came after her run, and they were like, "Stop being afraid and give her big boobs."
It's what the character's known for.
Because they were making her very modest, and then when they changed her outfit, they were like, "No." She's like, "No." And when they tried to give her that reason why she didn't wear a symbol there, she was like, no, that's not right. That's not why.
Now they just don't even have her in the comics.
She had the longest run, so I kind of consider her word to be canon over anybody else's.
Well, I just say now Power Girl's not even in the comics.
Is she's what now?
She's not even in the comics anymore. The Power Girl. They don't even mention her.
What?
Yep, she's not been in the comics for a good while. Last time she showed up was in one of the Harley Quinn crossover books. And that was like several years ago.
Okay. Take a highly popular character and just disappear her?
Yep.
Oh,
I tried to replace her for a little while. That didn't work out too good with a PC character.
Uh-huh.
Someone else using the name Power Girl, and Look nothing like Cowgirl.
That probably didn't go over too well. Wow, a really popular character, and they just don't utilize her at all, huh?
Yep.
Maybe their sales were really, really terrible, and because people were writing her poorly and drawing her poorly, and then they're gonna bring her back. Maybe they'll give her back to Connor.
I don't know what's going on. DC, they're just basically sabotaging their sales.
Well, I mean, their philosophy is let's cancel that book and make another Bat book.
Yep.
So, but if they cancel Bat books, they better not cancel Bat Girls, because I'm collecting those. Now, I haven't read the story, so it could be total garbage, but I really like Stephanie Brown and Cassandra Cain. They're awesome characters. They've been really cool Batgirls in the past. Much more interesting than Barbara. I like Barbara. Don't get me wrong. She's great. But she's never had an interesting background like Stephanie or Cassandra. I just like them more. And they're in the same book. I'm eventually going to read it now that I've got all the back issues.
Not getting kind of strange. There's no comments. Is something going on?
Oh. Can you tell how many people are in?
It says we got 8 people watching right now, but normally people quit commenting in.
Drop a comment, anyone, if you can see or hear us.
We are live, right? Yeah.
Says live 13 minutes. At least to me.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Mandy. Let's make sure everything's working.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's like a... Normally we get pretty good comments right away, so it's kind of like, is it working? Okay. Pulling it up on the... Don't normally pull it up on YouTube and watch it watch the stream through the live there.
Oh yeah, it's the delay. So
well, I'm used to using StreamYard. I just use it instead of using the built-in stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And let's check see if there's any kind of delay on it. I've noticed the chat will Dom would get chats and stuff before I would sometimes. Then all of a sudden
on YouTube?
Yeah, I will on StreamYard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's set up as my co-host and he'll be like answering questions I don't even see. I was like, what? And all of a sudden, like, boom, they populate on my end. Yeah, I show some work in progress pictures on Instagram on these this week, and somebody's asking, "Is Power Girl for sale?" That one is mine.
Yeah, you've been working on it for quite a while. I don't think you'd be so eager to give it up. I mean, don't get me wrong. it's probably got a price on it.
Yeah, I'm big on I'll work on something other, stop for a while, then get back, then come back to it, and it depends on how involved it is too. I like to take my time on the stuff.
I got probably 5 or 6 of mine that they might have a price on them, but it is really up there.
Yeah.
Like in the thousands.
Yes, he is making a Moon Knight cape. He's making a lot of Moon Knight capes.
Yeah, 18 of them.
Project Bill 52. Hey, welcome. I'm doing I did a blue wash on the white parts on Power Girl's arms. And I'm doing like a little dry brushing, some white on those. And, I like having the blue wash. It's handy.
Yeah, I need to pull out my my color washes. I have some. They're just packed up. Yeah, capes are my day job. It's a blessing and a curse because so.
Oh, speaking of blessing and a curse.
Oh.
I saw an advertisement for on Instagram, Peacock advertisement.
Uh-huh.
They're doing a Monk movie.
A what movie?
A Monk. Remember the Tony Shalhoub?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I love watching that show.
Wow, that's been concluded for a while, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder if they gave it a decent wrap up.
They did. It was a good conclusion of the series.
I've watched a couple episodes, but I never really got really deep into it. I know it ran for a while, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it ran for a long time.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. It's too much. It's like asking me to sit down and watch a bunch of Law and Order. Like, no.
Well, Monk's a little more entertaining than Law and Order. Law and Order is just very procedural. It can get very mundane. But you got the little bit of comedy factor with Monk.
I did watch the vast majority of SVU and Criminal Intent with Law and Order, but those were kind of smaller runs. Well, at the time, SVU was a smaller run. Now it's huge. Criminal Intent I liked because it had Vincent D'Onofrio, and he's just like insanely great.
Well, I'm a One Punch Man. I keep going back between both of them are resculpted heads, but I'm kind of leaning back toward the Red Tornado head.
Oh.
Both of them look good though. I'll paint them both up and use one as an alternate head.
Does one of them look more mad, or?
They both have got a serious look. I think the Xavier head, the more I look at it, even though I got rid of the cleft chin and shaded out the eyebrows where I can paint Saitama style eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, even up the head too. It's like a little lopsided on one side, like some of these sculpts are. Bald heads tend to sometimes be uneven. It's like it messes my OCD, so I shaved that down so it made it more even.
In the back, they kind of look like eggheads a lot of times.
Yeah, it was lopsided. It was like too high on the right side.
Oh, okay.
So but it kind of reads a little too Caucasian still. Maybe with the paint job, it'll look more like Saitama, but the Red Tornado head's generic enough where it can work for a Marvel Legends style Saitama, but it still looks good though. That Xavier head, modified Xavier head. I've been resculpting it too. I shaved down the bump on the nose, make it a little more straight, more angular. When you're trying to do, it's tricky anyway. What I'm wanting to do, I want to make a Western style version Saitama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got did the neck swap on it, so got rid of the really delicate plastic that was bugging the crap out of me. Put a more robust neck. I just need to put some mix up some Fixit Sculpt and blend around the edges a little bit, and that one will be ready to go. I made a belt. Somebody got a kick out of it too. It's like after 14, 16 years, that people are still using parts from the old Mr. Sinister.
Mm-hmm.
I got from the cape.
Oh, hell yeah.
And they'll go on here. Nice stretchy material. I notched the back of the belt buckle out, so put it together like that.
And I bet you there's still people that actively look for that, just for those parts.
Oh, I'm sure, because it's great material for making belts and straps and harnesses. I got several capeless figures laying about. Okay, before we get to do sculpting, I want to do another coat of green. Or do I want to go ahead? Let's do another coat of white. Should be enough time. The tester's white. It dries fairly quick too. It's the flat white.
So what sculpt did you say you're using? Fixit on that? Is that just like a quick dry?
Oh, the Fixit Sculpt. It's a different type of Aves.
What's the dry time on that?
It hardens a lot faster than Epoxy. I've used it longer than Epoxy Sculpt. I use Epoxy. I like Fixit really for most stuff better than the Epoxy Sculpt.
What's the pot life on it?
I've had it the same batch for 15 years. I'm still using it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
What's the working time?
You got a pretty good window of working time. You can start putting it on as soon as you mix it. You don't have to wait. Like with Epoxy Sculpt, you can start applying it to the figure as soon as you get done mixing it. Probably depending on what you want to do with it. If you smooth sculpting, 30 to 45 minutes, and if you want to just making like objects and stuff out of it, so you got longer time to do that.
Is it a hard epoxy or is it flexible at all?
It is hard. It is rock hard.
Okay. What color is it?
Right here. It's like an off-white.
Nice. That's perfect. You know, if they sell it on Amazon?
They do indeed. Actually, I think I got a link to it in the description of this stream.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've been starting to put like links to like materials I use and stuff into the streams.
And I'm having to use green stuff for flexible stuff, I guess now. And because Procreate is the parent company went under.
Oh.
And
So
And
if you may want to procreate, get it now.
you can't. It's all bought up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so, like a bunch of people went crazy as soon as they realized the company went under.
Like
I know that
the testers buying craze.
I know one guy bought about $2,000 worth.
Good gravy.
Yeah, somebody that does a lot of the hair sculpting, bought about $2,000 worth. That stuff, it lasts a while. I've had a single container of it probably for about 2 years, but unless you're gonna, I don't know, you're gonna use a lot.
Nice subtle shading there.
That's nice. Unless you're gonna use like a whole lot.
I heard
$2,000 is a lot to drop.
Yeah. I heard once you open it too, it's best to could take the plastic completely off of it and wrap it up in parchment paper.
Parchment? I didn't do that to mine. I have mine wrapped up in just plastic bags, and I've had it like that for probably about a year. It's getting to the point to where it's probably about done on this. I'm running out of one kind of it because I usually make it to where it's soft, because I mostly use it for neck pegs. I don't do your O-ring style. I just do the Procreate and just pop it on and off with that stuff. Takes longer because you get faster results with yours because super glue when you're doing your making concrete and in an O-ring.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely is concrete when you mix baking soda and super glue. Oh, Mindy's working on a Magic Armor Moon Knight custom, and I'm sculpting the mask right now. Don't know if you know this, but you have it where only subscribers can comment. I do. I don't ask for much. Don't ask for anybody like any super chats or anything like that, but the subscribing is the only thing I ask for. And you don't have to do that. I appreciate it if you do, though.
That you don't get bots coming in here and
that too.
Blah blah blah. Buy this.
Yep.
Or, like sex stuff, or that stuff will get you ripped off of any kind of discovery.
Ever since I've switched it over to subscriber only, no more bots.
Those bots aren't going to subscribe and then say something.
Exactly. Hey, Sector 2813.
All right, I'm just going to knock out 10 and then put up 10 first and let those sell out.
I've had to delete porn comments out of the chat before on these live streams.
I'm sure the algorithm picks up on that almost instantaneously and just destroys your discovery.
Absolutely. Yep. Mindy's like the bots like blah 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 blah, buy this or see the unfiltered pictures or whatever. I don't want to repeat what they say.
The sex talk or anything like that, you're toast.
Yep. I don't want to repeat what they say because we get dinged just for repeating it.
Although that new person that came out and said that a lot of the curse words aren't going to ding you on discovery and monetization and stuff anymore. I still, who knows when that's going to take effect? You know?
Yep.
There's no, he did not give a time frame, so there's no telling when that actually takes effect. So in the first hour, I'd still say F word is bad.
The F word we'll use was frag or frick.
I wouldn't even say that, man.
Or fun times.
Yeah. Fun? No, I don't think so. Fun police. YouTube fun police.
What kind of fun you trying to have here, guys?
We see them Power Girl boobs.
It's one of the things that takes me a while to paint too. Is like, if I got any specks in my paint, I sand them out before I put other coat on. I like to make sure my finishes are smooth. I'm still dying to find out what that property at Bobby Valley got.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything, huh? Oh, I guess maybe he has to reveal a prototype before he can say anything, perhaps.
Oh, no. Oh, I saw when I logged into StreamYard tonight, you like it where you're a guest, you can actually stream to your channel now too. What you're doing right now, at the same time you're being on my channel. Hello, my good friend. Brian Deal is my lifetime long friend. I've known him for how long is Brian? 30, 35 years.
Yeah, I got one like that. Well, I got a couple like that, but one, I don't know anymore. Hard to say. He was at a certain event that happened at the Capitol. Don't want to say what that is either, because that could be bad.
Yeah. Let's see. Me and my buddy Brian, we go went riding, hanging out, cruising, all that good stuff back in the day, and still hang out and go to conventions and talk. He's a toy collector too, and I helped get him hooked on more plastic crack.
Yeah, it blew my mind that he admitted that he was there at that. And I'm like, why did you tell me that? I didn't want to know that.
Oh, did you get in on the Batmobile? That thing sold out fast.
Did it sell out real quick? It's gonna be in the stores, right?
It's gonna be hopefully it's gonna have enough for stores, because online it's sold out everywhere.
I would figure it'd go to stores.
I'm sure it will, but right now it's sold out everywhere online. Big Bad Toy Store, Everything on Earth.
I'm glad it is. Yeah. No, I didn't get into it because it's too big. But I'm super glad it sold out, because it makes Hasbro look like fools.
Oh, absolutely. It's
because I'm telling you,
for 112
there's no, if there's any quality difference, it's probably like 20% lower quality than Hasbro's.
He made a compromise with the design of the car. It's just a tad bit narrow, and it's a one-seater.
Yeah.
Was disappointed though. It's not his fault. It's WB's stupid edict. When he hit, it's like, let me hit this button. When you hit this button, I was like, man, let the guns pop up. It's like I knew better than that because WB won't let you have guns anymore for their DC figures. But
yeah, and
when
that's
you hit the button, it pops the canopy
the
open.
Discovery was like, you know what? That's a really good idea because AT&T, like, who had it? Like, somebody had it, and then it was bought up by Discovery, and then they're like, you know what? Let's continue that policy. And like, oh, come on, seriously? That policy sucks.
It's not even
they were going to have the no gun happen in the books, the under mature rating in books like Batman books and stuff were going to, you wouldn't have been able to have any kind of actual projectile guns, like, so people would have been trying to knife Batman instead of shoot at him.
That's so stupid.
And there would be no violence against women, so you wouldn't be able to like punch Batgirl.
Right, just sitting Batgirl do all the fighting then.
So I don't know what I just don't get it, really. It's,
and I wonder why people are not buying comics anymore.
Well, when they got bought up, they kind of was like, okay, comic sales are bad enough. We're not going to do that.
Well, it didn't stop them ruining other characters though. Power Girl is now considered. Should have a. There we go. Evening, the Batmobile and the Batwing only having one seat isn't ideal, but I understand that they had to compromise.
The fact that he didn't, I mean, there was no crowdsourcing on the Batwing. He was willing to take a hit on it and it was $250.
Yep.
That just goes to show that a company that is operating,
and that thing dwarfs the Hellcharger in size.
Oh yeah, I mean, his company is not operating at a huge profit margin. It's not making as much money as Hasbro, and Hasbro's not doing exactly really well or anything. McFarlane's got its own issues, but he's willing to put the money forward just to make the toys that he wants to make, and luckily he knows where the money is with, like Batman, making a couple of Batmans per run. And he's able to sell some stuff until it goes on super duper sale, like it just went on Walmart. Like brand new figures that had just released were like $5.50.
It was Sector 2813. He bought all the McFarlane vehicles, got support so he can keep among them. Yeah, I didn't get the Batwing yet, but it's damn tempting.
It's tempting, and I thought about it, and I thought about, hey, I can hang it from the ceiling. I ran it by the wife, and she's like, I know that's something that sounds appealing, but you would be looking up at that thing and going, man, we don't have a house, and you would be mad at yourself. And I was like, yep, you're right.
Well,
no Batwing.
What makes it bigger and tempting, I skipped out on the DC Direct animated Batwing, and I think that thing's like $600 now.
Yeah, I have every single one of those figures. So I'm sitting on a damn fortune.
Mm-hmm.
And I have including all the 2-packs as well, and the deluxe ones too. So I'm desperately thinking about, okay, if I sell these, I can pay off like 2 of our credit cards. and then we could just start putting all that money aside.
Oh, the Sector 2813 says the Batwing mounts to the wall with a stand.
Yeah, it's nice, but I don't have any wall space either.
I'm looking on my around where I can put. Oh, he said.
Yeah, I have everything. So there's a few of them that aren't worth anything, like the ones that are re-released.
Yeah.
But the things like the Two-Face, of course, the Scarecrow, the Mr. Freeze, Batman Beyond one, they're just really up there. Hell, loose, some of those are going for almost the same price as sealed, and every single one of mine are sealed.
Nice.
It's the only thing I keep in box because I know that they don't stand up, and I have them lined up across the ceiling, like as high as they'll go up on the ceiling. And I was like, well, I can take those down and put a shelf all the way across the ceiling, just a figure deep, and just put single rows of figures up there, and I can display more of the stuff that I want up there and displayed. Stuff that means a little more to me than figures that I can't pose, that are just vanilla posed in a box. Damn, I'm convincing myself. Shoot.
Did you
please
get the Batmobile too, or the wing?
Man, I could put that Batmobile up there. I could tell her, hey, sold all those things. I want that Batwing. These things are so difficult to make. Such a pain in the butt.
But they look amazing, though.
They turn out really good.
Somebody asked me on Instagram what green did I use. Like, it's to me a green, to me a greens and a little bit of white mixed together until I bought it until I got it right. To my eye, anyway. That's the way I mix everything to my eye. Like, yeah, looks good. Old Man Wayne with the dog who met me on is worth a ton.
Yep, I have that one.
Maybe he'll start doing 1 or 2 Batmobiles a year, like a collection he was planning on with the beginning of the line. Ooh, that would be cool though. Get all the different Batmobiles in that scale.
Oh, that would be smart. I noticed that Clayface and Man-Bat aren't worth what they used to. Did they do a re-release on those?
I have no idea.
Anybody know in chat?
Let's see. How long does it usually take to finish a custom? It really depends on several factors for me. The focus is one thing. I do have adult ADHD. I get distracted easily and start working on another project. But like She-Hulk, this is what, 2-3 weeks I've been working on her. Just 2 weeks, I think. And she's going to be done. I'll probably finish her up this weekend.
Yeah, but you minimize how much you have been working off camera on certain things. That way you can stretch out what you've been doing on cameras. That way the regulars can kind of keep up with the progress. That's a big factor.
Yeah. I definitely try to minimize what I do off camera.
when I get involved with one of my own customs, it can go it can go it can go a couple of years or it can go 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It just depends on how interested I stay. I also have ADHD. I'm supposed to be taking Adderall, but it makes me sleepy. I was taking Ritalin, it didn't work. It made me tired, and then I started taking Adderall. Didn't work, makes me tired. It's like a rare occurrence that those medications make you tired, and unfortunately, I fall in those rare occurrences. But it might be because of my other medications I take that there's some kind of clash.
It's the last Final Form Prime I did. I really took my time with it. It took me a few months to build it out. Slowly work on it, and I don't rush my paint work. I'm very meticulous about my paint. As you can see right now, I'm sanding down any imperfections out of the paint right now, so before I put the next coat on. And yes, chrome distractions can increase the customizing time. Hopefully he does have a black tumbler. Yeah, that would be awesome. We need a Wonder Woman's jet. Kind of made it, didn't he? It's invisible.
What I like are like really good kit bashes with a little bit of paint work to make them unrecognizable as customs.
Yeah, G.I. Joe and Valaverse are fun for that stuff too.
Those are my favorite because it doesn't like slow me down nearly as much with my day job, this stuff, and it doesn't I don't feel as like bad, like, oh my god, I'm neglecting this stuff so much, and I don't get burnout.
Yeah, but I can do, if I get hyper focused on something other, and I can knock a custom out over a weekend too. If it's just mostly paint work, swapping parts, paint pretty fairly quick. So I use for my seal it all depends on what kind of paint you're using too, like or your cure time.
Joint prep is the antithesis of your of time.
So I got, even like where She-Hulk's pinless, I did sand down all the joints as much as I could, so eliminate as much paint rub as I can. I didn't want to take her apart. You can take a pinless figure apart, but it's pain.
Like on my Colossus AOA Colossus that I turned into a big chunky Mac Gargan Scorpion. I took that whole thing apart, and it's pinless, and I took it apart. I sanded everything down and painted every individual part, heated it back up, had to put the parts back together, put a part of a paper clip back in, and then heat it up again, and then put super glue through the pin. That way it stayed together. It took a while. And even though that was almost pointless to do a lot of that, it still got done. I still did it that
way. Chris Jordan, how much do you pose your figures after you customize? Like rub ever an issue after posing? I prep my joints even on my personal stuff. So paint rub's never an issue for my stuff. That's one of the things that takes me a while too. When I'm prepping my stuff, I'll work the joints, make sure there's no high spots hitting anything. I'll go through, if there is, I go back and like sand that spot. and make sure nothing is going to be exposing the original paint.
I like to, once I get them done, I like to find my pose that I really, really like, and I'll leave them in that pose for probably 2 or 3 months, and then I'll take them down from the shelf and I'll tweak them a little bit and I'll put them back on the shelf. So they do get changed a little bit, but it's not a lot. But it is enough to where it has to be done well enough to where the paint has to be right, because if you leave a custom in that position for a while and it's not done properly with the proper sealers and stuff, especially if you leave it alone for that long, that paint can start sticking to the sealer can start sticking to itself, and as soon as you crack that joint to move it again, it will rip it right off.
Yep.
And that's almost as bad as just not prepping at all.
It's like the merge Century here. He's all. Well, of course, one of the best things to do too, if it's possible, pick a base color that's close to what you're working with. I use repaint the forearms, but the rest of the body was the red toxin figure that's on the Hyperion mold, and I dyed the lower legs. But yeah, but I still painted red too on over top of that, and nothing is rubbing. I've got.
How hot do you get your dye, and how long do you leave your stuff in when you dye your stuff?
Just under the boiling point, and I really just watch it.
Because I dyed a chest, a saber-tooth chest, and man, or no, what was I dyeing? I don't know. I dyed a chest that I was going to make it to a, I think I was going to make it into a saber-tooth. And holy crap, I warped that thing bad.
NECA doesn't prep their joints, not often. No, they're bad about painting their joints bad. They've gotten better lately, but then they backslide sometimes. So it's
on the predators, they kind of fall back.
Yeah.
On their turtles, they're really good.
We got family in the house, my big sis.
Family.
You want to get their hands on their the low Power Girl covers for Action Comics? Didn't know they did a Power Girl cover. I could have swore it just had a paintbrush with green paint on it. What I do with it? Here. Wider tip brush than the legs. NECA should partner with a hairdryer heat gun manufacturer and sell bundles. We're giving you a star for that. Star.
Dang, just sell it right there in the NECA aisle.
I prefer soft hood capes, and I collect 7-inch like McFarlane. How do you remove it without damaging the figure, or how do you apply the soft goods, Harker? I'm the one who emailed you about Dr. Doom Marvel Select.
Oh, okay. The hood is the tricky part on a lot of that stuff. Hold on, I got to pay attention to my cat because he's meowing at me.
Okay.
Yes. You're a pretty boy. You have all the whiskers. You didn't save any for anyone else.
On this episode of Cat Talk.
The hoods are the tricky part with McFarland's, because it is. That's why I haven't offered any, because it's hit and miss. Some of them you can heat up and pop off of there pretty good. Some of them are glued on there so intensely that it is a lost cause. And then you're asking a person that could be a novice to grind a hood off of something. So it makes it to where it if they buy the cape and they're like, I can't get this hood off, they'll either ask me to do it for them, and then with my post office, it is a good chance that they will either lose it, or because they're terrible. My post office is just the worst.
I think I have a friend that has one worse.
Well, I've lost a total of $21,000 over 5 years from my post office.
Okay,
So,
that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. I've had so many claims with my post office, and so many. I have a lawyer that just has to do claims, and I get most of my money back. There's some things I can't get back, but I get most of my money back. But it does cost me money. It cost me 25% with the lawyer, because I don't keep a retainer. But yes, my post office is terrible. In order for us to avoid our post office, we have to drive 45 minutes north to drop off these capes, because they will lose them. It hasn't been bad over the last year, because we do that now. They will. It's not a matter of, if. They will lose these capes.
Well, I'm glad they didn't lose the stuff I sent you.
Coming in, not bad. Going out, the worst.
Okay.
So,
Merman's going out tomorrow.
Cool. Coming in, not bad. So I don't trust them at all. And I can't always get those things back to people in a reasonable amount of time. So I just have to tell people, don't send it, because I can't be responsible for it. And I've done it in the past. And when, like, a lot of the I've been sent some expensive stuff, like what is the name of some two common writers that were extremely expensive, and I got sent 2 of those. I had to pay for those, just because I'm not going to leave somebody high and dry and be like, well, you took the chance. I can't be that way. I can't be that guy. It's just not who I am. And so I had to pay for them, and it sucks, but so I don't offer those kind of things, essentially. That's pretty much it. So I don't have a whole lot of experience building like kits and stuff like that for that size.
Sector 2813 is asking, do you get UPS or FedEx deliveries?
Oh yeah.
Just your local post office is the issue.
Yes. I live right next to the annex. So it's the annex that I have that they literally don't care. For example, I reported my mailman for a delivery that I didn't get. It wasn't very expensive. It was coming from China. It was just a little cloak, but I didn't care about the cloak, obviously. So I'll make my own. But it had this little leaf pendant on it. And I wanted to push that into some silly putty and pour some UV resin into it and make like 20 of them. And use that on like some Marvel Select, or not Marvel Select, but Diamond Select, Lord of the Rings figures. I got a few of those that were repainted by Casting Cave for me. I got, actually, he repainted them and decided he hated them and gave them all to me. It's the advantage of having him as a really good friend. And I ended up, so I want all those. I want to do those cloaks. And I also have this cool little ferret kit coming from CB Make. So C.B as in the letter and .make. And he does some really cool stuff, Fallout stuff, like creatures, like not your normal, just like 3D printed, like this is a Kristen Bale head, this is blah blah blah. It's amazing stuff, and I got all my I got a whole bunch of Fallout stuff from him. We did a little work trade where I did a NCR Ranger code for him, and he sent me the Fallout stuff to make one, and I'm really excited for it. And so I forgot what I was saying, but yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that stuff. But anyway, the pendant, yeah. They lost that, and I went up to the annex and was like, "Hey, this thing says it was delivered, and it wasn't. I was just wondering if it was delivered here." And there, something happened. And so here's the tracking number. Here was the Chinese tracking number. Here was the number that it, transferred over to once they got here in the States. And she was like the supervisor, so she went and talked to the carrier, and he mouthed off real hard and about me and about how I get so many packages, and maybe I won't get my packages on time anymore, and maybe this and maybe that. And then the next day, we have this subscription to cat toys called Kitnip. And so it came in, and it had a big, like, he knocked on the door and left it there. It had a big footprint on it, and he crushed it. Nothing was hurt inside because it was all squishy stuff. But he stomped it, like right there. And I was like, "Hey man, what the hell?" And he just walked off. So the next day he comes, and I'm waiting for him. He comes around the same time, and he was dropping something off. And I opened the door, and I said, "You gonna stomp him today?" He goes, "I don't know what you're talking about." I said, "I watched you. I have a camera." And I pointed to my fake camera up there. So I have the camera. I mean, I guess I can go ahead and turn that over. He's like, "Look, man, I hate this job. I'm sorry. I freaked out." And so I hit him. So I hit him in the face, and it floored him. I'm quick to violence because I used to be a cop, and I used to work in the jail. I helped him back up, and, I bloodied him. I was like, "Come inside." He's like, "What are you going to do?" I said, "Come inside and clean yourself up." I brought him inside, sat him down, I let him clean himself up. I told him, you're never going to do anything like this again. You're going to find my package. You're going to do whatever you can to figure it out. He said, I don't know if I probably put it in the wrong slot. It's my fault. You're never going to have a problem out of me again. I didn't realize that you were a big guy. And I was like, not only am I a big guy, I'm a retired police. He goes, oh man. It's like, I can make your life hell. He's like, oh man, this is like the last thing I need. And I was like, plus I can smell alcohol on you. And you're driving. So you need to go immediately back and go home for the day.
Kristen wants to see that picture of the hard case. I got pulled up here. That one turned out really nice.
It's been like 3 years since I hit somebody. I was mad. I saw red so fast. Of course, I also realized that I interfered with a employee in the line of federal employee in line of their duty. I don't know if it's federal. I don't know if it's classified as that, but I sure as hell don't want to find out. So he could really get my ass clapped.
Sector 2813. I have 0 skills in working with I have 0 skills so I work with customizers, and I pay shipping to and from, and it's on me and the post office. Cool.
Right on.
Do you plan on using the puff adder part prime? Yes, I do.
I will consider it. You'll have to hit me up at the end of April, because as soon as I'm finished with these, I got a project that I promised somebody else, and then I have some work I'm doing for Spiro Toys, yay! And then I'm open.
Kristen, what body I use for hard case? It is upper body is the modern Hercules, which had the horrible legs. So from the waist down, it's like a Hyperion style body. I had to make an adapter to make the waist like it's a young Thor waist. So I had to make an adapter to make it fit. To use some styrene and some epoxy and sculpted it to taper into the Hercules upper torso. And the head is NECA Defenders of the Earth, Flash Gordon. I re-sculpted back the head so it looks like it's pulled back in the ponytail, and I used what ponytail did I use? I think it's a Sharon Carter ponytail that I put a peg on it where it can articulate. Oh, and Sector 2813. Oh, no worries, bro. I was just saying because you pay for your figures that you didn't lose. Let's see. I was just saying because you pay for figures that you didn't lose. Yeah, it's your great about to take.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a level of guilt there that I can't shake, and a lot of people go, "Oh well," and it's hard for me to like, I don't know, just tell somebody that they're SOL. when I feel partly responsible because you sent it to me. And it has nothing to do with like reputation or anything. It just has to do with, I don't know, one collector to another. These things are such a butt to make, because once I cut them, I got to go around them with like a thing to stop them from fraying on the edge. Wait for that to dry, and then put a line of glue, almost like a primer, around the edge. Wait for that to dry, and then go around and trim them up a little bit, and then cut all the wires. Then lay the actual glue, put the wire in, and then come back. And a lot of times the edge will fray up, like, because there's like 2 layers of really thin cloth, and the edge will kind of creep up a little bit. So I got to lift that edge as far as it is lifting, and put glue under that, and then make sure the edge goes back down. Because that's the last thing I want, is the edge to come apart on somebody while they're posing it. That would be terrible.
Yeah. And I had an international buyer years ago on eBay. They got impatient and tried to file a claim, and was like, "Your address is a freaking GPS coordinate. It's going to be there." I don't know how long it takes to get to there. It's shipped. And
I stopped doing international, except for like a couple of people that are willing to wait for God knows how long. But I won't ship to China anymore, because everything I ship to China gets lost. It's like a guarantee. I'll ship to Korea, Germany, in the UK, around there, but anything to China is going to get lost.
I saw those videos, like where they sort packages. Like, that's amazing. Anybody gets anything from their mail system.
Speed pack. It took forever this time for 5K Toys to get me my thing, because they said they were waiting on it to come from China. And I was like, well, it says USA stock on your thing. I was waiting on that mithril orc, that like World of Warcraft looking orc to trade to Don.
Oh yeah. I don't normally go in the office on Fridays, but I gotta go with it tomorrow. They got a new desktop for me at work. Be there while they get set up. Luckily, it worked out too. I just bought that new external hard drive where I backed that machine up. I hate when I do that. Put my paintbrush in the water before I'm done painting. I was like, oh, I still got to paint that. If I mean that's equivalent to this blue. I've stocked up on. I got plenty of it right now. It's Tester's French blue. I love that shade of blue.
The head that I'm using for my Power Girl, I got it in, it's 3D print. It was just too small. So I talked to the guy and he's gonna ship me out another one. I told he's from Puerto Rico. I told him, I was like, well, let me buy like something else also. That way you're not just shipping a replacement.
That's good. Was he going like print it on a larger scale for you?
Yeah, I told him I wanted it printed in Marvel Legend scale. I think he must have had it already in Marvel Legend scale and then scaled it down again. There had to have been some kind of I don't know, issue. But the other two that I got were really good. They were really close. Let's see. Turn on this manual focus. Yeah, here it is.
She's upside down.
Yeah, so I guess I do have my stuff different. Yeah, let me move my light up.
Oh, I like the head sculpt. I like the flowing hair. It looks good.
It's just a little too small. Here, I'll put it on this body right here.
I bet it's DCUC scale.
I don't think he even offers that scale. I think he just had it set to Legends and then scaled it down again.
Yeah, it's too tiny for the Moonstone.
And then once I put the bigger chest on, it's going to look even smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't even look as bad on camera compared to what it looks like in person. In person, it's tiny, really tiny. I show Corey, and Corey just goes, I know he's thinking in the back of his head, like, oh, that's more work. Oh, I'm going to end up having to paint that. For whatever reason, he never minds. So I got this new Anakin. Looks a lot better than the Black Series. I'm going to fill in some of this hair, I think. It looks a little ramen noodly. And it's got this, like, ridge back there in the back. Break up that ridge a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, Moonstone. And the last one I got from, this one's a really good size, but it has a flaw in it. I showed him the flaw, and he's like, I don't know how the hell that happened. But I told him I can fix it. And that's probably one of the reasons why he didn't have a problem saying he'll send me another one. I got this.
Oh, the Raven head.
Yeah. Gotta get used to all his camera sets now. it had this chip on it, right? There.
Oh yeah, I see that.
That's an easy fix. That's not a big deal.
All right, like my second coat on Power Girl's hair. Looks good. My base coat next will be with this dry, and I'll mix up some yellow with this wood and a little bit gold. I'll do some dry brushing. Oh, I got some goodies in today.
Oh yeah?
I got an extra Zorana.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to try to incorporate that ab section when I do mantra.
Yeah.
It's kind of like to have that extra articulation on her. Sector 2-8-1-3 Superman, Power Girl are two of my favorite characters. Yeah, they're awesome. I got the
Nice.
On Player 2 or War Machine. I bought some stuff on the warehouse sale. And broke down, got more while it was on sale. Even though I think it's dumb having morph on this Vulcan style body because he's not supposed to be that big. And his Betamax box, they call it a VHS box.
Yeah. Big ass box.
And I broke down what was on sale. I got the Mojo World set.
Oh, nice. I love that Dazzler. I have that one.
It's on the new articulated body. It's kind of hard to. What's on sale? Plus, it's the better long shot too, if not the stupid painted glowing eye on his face. Instead of when they actually have a sculpt, we can actually have a glowing eye, like a. And the other stuff. What's in front of me? I got Fans Toys Parkour.
Oh, nice. I was very tempted to pick that up.
I hope they end up redoing Bumblebee too, because this is so much better than Takara's stuff.
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't. They'd probably release it under like their different names since they've already done official Bumblebee, and the style would be similar. They got that. I forget what they call it. It's they don't want to call themselves Fans Toys when they do that, but it's a Fans Toys product. They did that for Soundwave, and the second slag. I don't know why they did it for slag, since Hasbro's never made slag, which don't even call slag anymore. And I got the upgrade kit for the Legacy Minosaur DNA. My One Punch Man boots looking pretty good. Those push molds worked out really well about doing the wrinkles on the boots.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got a few of these. Let's see. Maybe we'll focus. From Planetary Dog.
Oh, nice. Focused for a second and it went out.
Oh, because I have it on autofocus. There we go. Manual focus. Well.
Oh, I don't have a open one yet. The Open Zorana, both the one I got before is sealed, and I just got this one.
I got this one. This one's a little thinner.
Oh yeah, that could be like almost like a female, where it's thinner.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah, I love Fans Toy stuff. It's expensive as hell, but I love it. I can hear you now. I don't know who CNN is. Just finished sculpting some of the bandages for my Moon Knight custom. Cool. Yes, I can hear you now. Well, I can't hear you, but I can read your text. But
I'm going to be making figures for all of my cats.
oh, sweet.
That's one. And now that Spiro toys, I was going to do them on Legions, but I like the articulation on Spiro better. So I'm just going to do that.
Yeah.
Here it is. Going to be my gray cat. Focus. There we go. He's a little ferocious. Honestly, he's a little bitchy, but that's him right there. This is for my fluffy orange boy. Things aren't cheap, man.
Yeah, Prince. I got a few things from my action figure lab. He's gonna have his shop closed for a little bit. He's gonna have a surgical procedure done.
Oh.
He's got some good quality prints. Live action, yee! Live action. The Turtle Man. Hangs low. Can you hear me now? how many projects you got going at once now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 projects going on.
Ah.
Let's see. And that's the way we like it. I do that mainly too. Is like I like to let my paint cure before I move on. Like to try to add more paint to it. It's like working on more than one thing. And you don't get too focused. Which also one of the things that takes a while for like making like when I do my customs, it's slow things down when I'm working on multiple projects, but also I want the paint to be nice and dry, which I'm using a Mr. Color Red on her belts, which should bond really well. Also using the Mr. Color Red on these prime legs I'm working on, which is one of the things I need a mold too. I want to make a 5 complete resculpts or 5 partial. She-Hulk was a new head and full and paint job. The only thing I'm not repainting is the costume, but I did do a wash on the costume and the shoe. I got the nice blue wash over the costume. I doing all the skin tones, and I got her head all finished up. That version 1 She-Hulk head looks so good after some paint. And got Power Girl, which got a new torso, and I modified that torso too. I reshaped it, the contour with the Moonstone body really well. Did some resculpting on the One Punch Man, which I'm actually going to do some sculpting here shortly. Smooth out the transition where I put the new neck on. And Prime, I cleaned up the boots, been resculpted the P on the front, and did some stripping, did a lot more, better clearancing. Now I know what I've done a few of these now. Went back and clearance this. He's going to be getting a full paint job after everything's been sanded and stripped. But the P looks really good. It looks like First Form Prime's P now. Not a final prime. It's this was the First Form Prime, and it's going to. I am working on a Final Form Prime too, but I'm not. But it's on the back burner right now. That one, the Final Form I'm working on, is going to be for me. One punch. I put some green stuff in the neck cycle on this head here too. It gets set just the way I want it. It's got the O-rings in there too, but I drilled it out a little bit too far. Especially, well, plus it was set up for the old neck too, and I put a new neck in, which I like this neck better than the previous one. I meant to do that all along. As Bob Ross would say, it's a happy little accident. Yeah, this is my hardener. It's a little crusty, but it's over 15 years old, so. That's my Fixit
My
Sculpt.
Aves was probably 6 years old. I could dig out some of it that was still good, but man, it wasn't. It was like digging out a fossil.
Yeah, I like the shelf life seems to be pretty good on the Fixit. Oh. Hangs low. Now make a Bob Ross. Well, they actually make a Bob Ross one, like Amigo.
Yeah, you gotta do an action Bob Ross.
Okay, I thought you were done with Prime. Is it? It's an excellent recipe, and you're good at it. Yeah, I've kind of perfected the recipe.
Man, now I want a badass Bob Ross that like has like a staff with a happy little tree on the end, and or a paintbrush staff, and
Ooh,
like a sword that has like a happy little tree pommel. Yeah, a shield that's a palette. Oh,
there you go. You already got it planning it out. For Prime, I got 3 in the work. Well, maybe 4. I got my Rogue Prime I'm still working on. It's slow burn. Then I got
girl, you ready?
this one's a resculpt redo of the one, and I got my final form I'm making. But I've been talking. Me and my buddy Hulk Smash Don was talking. It's like, it'd be kind of cool to make the last look for Prime in his gray and silver and red costume when he's got gray hair, no cape. And I was like, my Bob Ross would be better than the one at the Amigo. Yeah, I bought the 3-pound Fixit. That stuff's lasted me forever. Huge row, yep.
Is the same as everything, just a 50-50?
Yep. 50-50 mix. The only issue I have with it, the tub has less hardener in it than clay, but I've been working through that for, like I said, 15 years and still got plenty left. And you can just work it with water too.
With water?
Yep.
You put some water on it when you're working it?
Yep.
Really?
Stuff's easy to work. This stuff was originally designed for taxidermy.
Really? Okay. Interesting.
Yep. You go look up the Aves website. They got a lot of stuff about taxidermy on it.
Huh.
Hang so low, I need a direction for fine tip brushes that stay fine tip. Try it really hard, but screw them up every time. It's like when big thing is like when you're let's see, I mess them up too, but I try to make them last as long as I can.
Make sure you're not leaving them in
Don't-
your water with the.
Don't do this. Don't let them sit like that. They'll screw the tips up faster than anything. Just like Harker was saying, like you leave them in the water, it's gonna
Brush side down, yeah, it's gonna screw them up real fast.
they're gonna do this. They're gonna do this.
Honestly, you just go get some creative mark ones from Michaels. Those synthetic brushes from there are pretty decent. And then when you get comfortable enough where you're not messing up those, I like Citadel's brushes a lot, surprisingly. A lot of people don't really care for them because they're Citadel, and they're not really, favored.
You can pick up a decent set too at Hobby Lobby. Those like real fine tip ones, and they're cheap too.
I think the creative mark ones from Michaels are actually better than those. I've tried out both of them. Plus, you can go and get a script liner from Michaels that's better than the one at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Real long, fine tip brush. It's pretty nice.
I mainly get my stuff at Hobby Lobby because Michaels don't have paints anymore.
Oh no, they definitely don't.
I don't feel like running across the different shops, so I was like, it's convenient. It's here.
The two I like using the most for me, let's see here.
Oh, which reminds me, I'm out tomorrow. I need to pick up some Mr. Hobby matte. I got plenty of semi-gloss, but I'm out of matte.
Come here. Spray or
Spray.
I just don't like that. I
What?
like using what is this, small round from Citadel a lot, and medium shade brush from Citadel. These have lasted me quite a while, and they're just round brushes, just different sizes. Citadel likes to name their stuff different to where they make it difficult to figure out exactly what size they are for other things. Like, what size round brush is that? I don't know.
They don't tell me.
Yeah, I used my Series 7 Winsors for a long time, my watercolor synthetic that I used when I did fine art, but I've used them to the point to where they're junk now. I use them. I use my biggest one for a at this point a wash because it holds so much wash in it when I'm laying stuff down. Sad Kolinsky, Winsor Newton, big round wash, $40 freaking paintbrush, into just a wash brush.
And if you're keep your brushes clean too. You'll need a good brush cleaner. With water-based acrylics, water works fine, but when you get into the lacquer acrylics, that's when you're going to need something like Winsor Newton or
I would still recommend getting some cleaner, some Winsor Newton cleaner, and clean them every, few days. Try not to get paint up in the metal area called the ferrule. That's a quick way of destroying them, because that makes them fray outward at the base, and then they don't hold a nice tip anymore.
They look like a troll doll. If you're old enough to remember those.
They keep on trying to make them come back. A couple of years ago, I saw Furbies. I might be able to have all these done by tomorrow. I think I'll poke at something else for now. Take all these and put them elsewhere, or they're gonna get paint on them.
Metal Luna 0506, welcome. I'm brutal on brushes. Yeah, and when you don't have to, if you're brutal brushes, you don't have to get expensive ones too, though. You can actually get by with cheaper ones. You will have varying results. I don't buy the most expensive stuff. I actually have some of the ones I've bought in the description down below. Some of the cheap sets to get started with, like from Amazon. Some micro painting brushes. And link to Winsor Newton and all that good stuff. What you got?
I got another one of the unknown ones from Mythic Legions. And I'm going to take the wings off of this one and put it on this paladin. Make a dark paladin. And I'm going to use this body, and I'm going to make a panther figure with one of those heads that I got from Planetary Dog. So I ordered an extra one accidentally. I was showing my wife what I got from Planetary Dog. She was like, "Why did you order two?" I was like, "I didn't order two." She's like, "Yeah, look, you ordered two." I was like, "Oh, I guess I ordered two." Now, like, she knows me to do that kind of crap on purpose, but I legit didn't try to do that on purpose. So I was like, "Oh, sucky." So I'm sure she thinks I'm full of crap.
Yeah, I understand the metal windows because a lot of times it's hard to make a window if you don't have a dedicated work, especially if you don't have a dedicated workspace. Finding time to customize. That's it. As much as I love the hobby, it is a messy hobby, and you really need to have a room to do it.
Probably be able to sell that headpiece right there for a lot, since I'm not going to use it.
Need a source for a Spintor head. I've seen a few 3D printed ones. Sometimes you can check around like Etsy. Etsy has a lot of 3D printers that do custom head castings. And eBay too. It's like well, sometimes it's easier just to get it off Etsy too. You can get them cheaper by the same seller. They'll sell cheaper on Etsy because you don't have to deal with eBay's insane fees anymore. Good.
Hey, look, check it out. It's like $1,000 worth of accessories.
to, but in the basement, I get home from work and I don't have much time to go down there. Yeah, dinner time with family and then bedtime and clean up on the brushes and easy to go to the wayside. It's like, oh, I said the word too.
Yep.
Family, 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 family.
Let's see, what am I looking for?
We got one at 55. One guy won at 55 on eBay for his Pintor head.
God,
The head for the whole figure is like figure. It's cheap for the head. That's like, damn, sold for 40.
parting it out.
Yeah, that's that annoys me when I see people buying like, especially like rare figures and pulling them apart and parting them out. You see that a lot with Motu Classics.
I have so much crap. I don't even know where to start. Start by putting these things up.
There's one thing about this Fixit Sculpt. When it sits up, it'll be the hardest thing on the figure.
Yeah, I need to invest in some of that.
You can't get as fine as detail as with Apoxie Sculpt, but for certain things, I like this so much better. Like what I'm doing right now, it's blending like smooth areas.
Mm-hmm.
Just wet your finger and rub it over top of it, and you can get as smooth as you can get something. Nice smooth finish. That's why I did all my armors with on the prime figures. I can what you call it? AliExpress, their KO hooks and stuff. They now have the Nicpro as a KO. Oh, Hang Solo said they were just cast heads of Serpentor and they were selling for 40. Great day.
God.
I keep thinking I hear a bong. Not on this end. I wouldn't know anything about that. Laugh. Now, if Hulk Smash was on, he vapes. But he's back to working during the week, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Trying to find the right sword for my cat that I'm gonna do. This one's pretty good. Let's see. I wonder if I have two of these.
Alright. Smooth around his neck. Make sure everything's clear. Just let that set. Sector 2813. I love Besco 112 accessories. I look for sellers who break down and sell parts. Saves buying whole figures. And I can see that. I'm stuck with a Chris Reeves little Superman. He doesn't fit well with McFarlane or NECA or Select.
The Mezco Reeves?
I don't think you'd be stuck for that if you want to get rid of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could easily sell that for quite a bit. I think he's still pretty expensive.
I'll be right back. I need to get the clay off my hands so I can do some more painting.
Word. Let's see. No, don't fall in there. I'll never see it again.
Let's see. Picked up a extra Black Panther body on the Vulcan body.
Oh, nice. Get it pretty cheap?
Yeah, like $11 or something like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
I only had one order bought. multiple. Yeah, it's very tempting. I made back before Classified even came out, I made a snake eyes, used a Bucky Cat body.
Mhm.
That would be a hell of an upgrade. Marble Avon size. Pretty sure I got the snake eyes head from Corey. Yeah. I think I'll stick with my Bucky Cat. That's a better body, of course, but the head style, that way it is sculpted, matches the Bucky Cat body better. Got the striations in the head, the sculpt. Yeah, I'll stick with that.
You just hanging on to that one because it's the one that you made?
Yeah, I put them on my shield shelf. Matches in with the style.
I love the new ones.
Oh yeah,
they're damn good. I have a Mezco style one, and it's really nice that I made. But honestly, it's just retiring that one is, at this point, I probably should just sell it. It was one that I did with a guy that ripped a bunch of people off. So, I mean, it's even selling it kind of feels wrong. Just because that guy is such a freaking crook.
This is really the body I like to see them do Silver Surfer on. The Vulcan, the Silver Surfer's, the Sunfire mold really is too small for Surfer. If you look at his stats, he's 6'4". He's supposed to be
Surfer is?
Yeah.
Really? Hey, what's up, Box Cannons?
Silver Surfer. Northern Red. 6'4", 225 pounds.
Dang.
So the Vulcan would actually be a lot better body for Surfer. Actually, Firelord should have been on this too. Nothing should be on the. Most cosmics need to be on a bigger body anyway. They're aliens. They're bigger people. Any suggestions for a 1/12 mech suit? I'm aware the Halo mech can have several. Oh yes, just a second. One. Still in my history, it's marked. Copy. I use the Hydra Stomper in my G.I. Joe displays.
Well, that's a pretty good idea.
It's got a G.I. Joe feel to it. And if you want to take the time too, you want to weather that up, they'll take a wash beautifully. A little bit of dry brushing. I haven't done this in mine. I got too many other projects on the burner. It's currently $40 right now.
$40, man. I paid. Wait, what was the MSRP on that thing?
Can't see, my eyes are bad. Says $55.99.
That's what I definitely paid for it.
Yeah, I remember.
I had to have that thing when it came out.
I picked it up at Target when I first saw it, and luckily it was during that time when Target was doing one of their deals. Like, buy so much, you get some $10 off or something like that. If you buy at Target, I definitely recommend downloading the app on your phone. You can get like Target Circle deals. And they don't stop you from making multiple accounts. I've done that. At the register's like, well, that's good enough for that transaction. So log into the other account.
All right.
Yeah, these things are awesome and they're huge.
Yeah, I got mine up with my MCU stuff.
I'm surprised they don't retool this thing a little bit and do a new comic book Ironmonger. Because that Build-A-Figure Ironmonger is tiny. There. Yeah, the Hydra Stomper is like that wave of Disney Plus stuff. That's the only thing I bought. The Hydra Stomper.
Oh, I definitely got Captain Carter.
I wasn't crazy about the animated style they were doing the rest of the stuff in.
Oh, I got Evil Strange. I love that one. That was great. That was the one that I actually enjoyed, the plastic cape. I think that's it. Carter and yeah, Evil Strange, Hydra Stomper.
Blue marble boots. See if I can get these to work on. This figure. Let's heat it up and find out. I'll be AFK for a second.
Hang, yeah, I got one too, man. I'm really excited for that figure. I didn't pick up Who else? Who else did they have? His Joe counterpart. I did not go for him, but that I'm more into the look of those of the Cobra side. They just look so awesome. What the hell is going on here? Come on. Sad is like I'm gonna have like 10 GI Joes and 50 Cobras.
Oh, you got the blue range troopers.
Yeah, those look great.
Really didn't want. I like the right on that What If show. They killed Tony basically every episode. Then non-stood jokes were cringe, especially with the zombie one. I felt like the What If was a wasted opportunity. They should have done something more like the comic style What Ifs. And it didn't really make sense. It's like, why would T'Challa be called Star-Lord? That was they established in the movie universe. That was his mom's nickname for him. Well, so how in the world did he get to be called Star-Lord? And gonna be able to talk Thanos into being a good guy. And then basically made Thanos a joke too. Like Ultron killed him very easily, cut him in half. And What If is too is like, how would this story change with this difference? That's the what ifs. You write a whole storyline about how the change it's like almost like a butterfly effect type thing, how this would change an entire arc of a story. Not if not how they handled it. Let's see. Different style, a lot shorter pegs on these. Range Trooper is badass, yeah. What did you use for Saitama's head? I've been trying to make my mind up on using for his head. Right now, I'm leaning more toward. This is a DCUC Red Tornado that I filled in like the arrow on his head, resculpted the back of the head, brought the chin down to more of a point, give it more like an anime look. I'm kind of liking this. Also have another option from both of these are from Casting Cave. This is from a long time ago. I don't even know if Corey even has the. I think he used to include them like in every order. It's like you order so much, he throws in a Red Tornado head. So I got multiples of different colors. And this is a Xavier head. I shaved the eyebrows off of, made the head look more symmetrical. Shaved down the nose, make it more angular. Got rid of the cleft on the chin. A couple different options, different looks. Don't have a goofy look, which I don't really need a goofy look for them. I got the Figma figure, which it's fine if you want the goofy look for a Saitama, but I want a serious Saitama. Like, just changing the head out don't make him serious, because his body looks completely different when he gets in a different when he's really into the fight. Yep, Thanos thought he was the good guy in the storyline. He was saving the universe. Then the Eternals try to rewrite the reason why he did it to be like to keep the Celestials from awakening. It's like, no. I'm working on a Hannibal Lecter 1/12 scale. I got a Westworld action figure for super cheap for the body and the head. Oh, cool. My favorite what if is when the X-Men lost Inferno. The cover is super cool with Wolverine possessed, claws out. Off-road just got here, and have y'all talked about the McFarlane Batmobile yet? Any plans to customize that? I don't have any plans to customize, but I got it on order. That's one of my favorite designs for a Batmobile. Had to get it.
Fantastic.
One of the collector groups we posted pictures of it. It's like guy comments like, "Is it wrong to be aroused with a Batmobile?" I replied back, "If it's 89 Batmobile, that's a normal reaction."
Looks a little phallic. I mean, I could see it.
I think I can get to combat style boots on these Vulcan legs. ADHD, doing something I don't need to be doing.
Oh shit, I don't have a tail for this thing. Oh, I gotta cast that tail. I'm gonna have to do a 2-part mold. Means I'm gonna have to buy some casting and stuff and some resin.
A box of cannons has been 3D printing 89 Batmobile before it was even announced, and I plan to finish mine, and it actually has 2 seats. Well, that's just showing off. It looks awesome. I see, said the blind man.
How do I want to do this?
It's not a bad look. Boot on these legs.
What boots are those?
Those are the Blue Marble.
Blue Marble?
Yep. The only issue that I'd have to modify them because The pegs are a lot longer, so they're like loose and floppy.
Mm.
I made the hole a little bit deeper just so the peg would fit in there. But the blue marble boots was this would still go back on those legs. It kind of makes the legs a little long though.
Oh, okay. Does it extend them?
Yeah, they're taller than the. It don't take much to throw off a look on the lower leg if it's too long. I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't need me to do it formal this anyway right now. I got other stuff to be working on.
And what's that going to be for? New snake eyes?
No, I have no idea. I'm just playing.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it'd be a beefy boy.
Yeah. Some people say the canopy is dark gray and not black, so it needs a paint job. I think what's happened. The canopy is all clear plastic, and they're painting the inside, which makes the paint look a little different shade. Like they're painting like a RC car, with the clear plastic shell bodies. Hang solo. Most of the people are not aware. The head on head cop on Monk Detective show is Buffalo Bill. Oh, well, I'm very aware. The captain is Buffalo Bill. The Eternal should have been dormant, trying to come up with a justification why they never intervened before. It's pointless. Yeah. It would have been nice if someone could have added lights and a gun to the Batmobile. Yeah, when he pushed that button, I was like, let the guns pop up. Let the guns pop up. But it popped at the canopy. I was like, nah. It was wishful thinking because I knew WB wouldn't let them do that. The look at the Batmobile, as long as you get close to, it'll look awesome. Yeah. The best I could do with the Batmobile is add artificial candle in the jet engine so it can light up. Magnetic LEDs. These things are really cool. You can get these so you can just trigger them with a magnet. Get you some clear plastic. Cut you like a little circle, like a little disc out of clear plastic. When we had them, it's like you can take a window out of a Marble Legends box, cut it in a circle, fit in that port, stick one of these in there, put you some blue tack on the back. You can turn that on and you can have a glowing LED in the back. All right. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm painting. Do some more dry brushing of the color white on the arms. If you want the flame effects, check on Transformers blast effects. That should work. Oh, if it's still available, that while we've been sitting here, the Hydra Stomper went down to $35, and there's only one left in stock. Oh, it's used. Spell like no, don't do that. You may not get what you're buying. Yeah, I've seen a lot of horror stories of people buying used like new off of Amazon. Clean up the top of my jar. Dried Christy Pink.
Be working on this dark paladin.
Oh, sweet. Oh, Alpha Proto said, yeah, he got a Black Panther with no legs from Amazon. It was supposed to be refurbished and had the Amazon seal of approval and everything for.
Oh yeah. I can't get anything refurb from them. I got a brand new Howard the Duck, and it was nothing but cardboard in the box. Come on. The seal was fine too. They just heated it up and peeled it off. Like, oh, great, thanks. I had to buy this crap just to put together Conchu, and wasted my time. Wonderful.
What'd you get?
The Howard the Duck.
Oh yeah. That's they should be slapped for even calling that a figure. It's a statue. It's why I didn't go in on the Mojo World box set. They called it, they priced it as a 4-pack, called it a 4-pack.
Yeah.
And it's got a figurine in it. A plastic figurine with no articulation, oversized for what it's supposed to be.
And then the marketing guys are like, oh, that's what they told us to say. I'm like, dude, you're marketing. You're the one that came up with it. You're the guys that make that decision. Don't try to pass the buck. No one else made that decision. You did.
Yep. Anybody, let's see. I got the Howard just to see if I could add the legs. Well, I've seen people taking Fortnite figures and giving them legs, or just doing a whole body swap.
I mean,
The little 3 3/4 inch ones.
yeah, you can swap them to that blue suit.
Does
Robo
anybody-
did that.
Oh yeah. If I was him, I would just cut the top pegs off the Howard the Duck feet and made them like standard Marvel Legends feet, so you can have ankle pivots. He was going to modify the ankles with epoxy or blue tack or something other, and just stick the feet in there. Like, first tutorial on how to do that I saw on the Foosh about modifying feet to give them ankle pivots. That was years and years ago. Now it's gotten to be standard practice. They'll modify those ankles that way, feet that way. Has anybody dyed a Cobra Trooper, 112th Trooper? I'm going to try to figure out how to turn it purple. If he's blue, might be trying to dye it red. I don't know.
Maybe. Don't use that much dye.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Purple dye over top the blue is going to be super dark, and it's going to be almost black. maybe just a little bit of red might do the trick. Yep, synthetic dye is what you want to use too. The RIT synthetic. Alfredo, you said he used the Fortnite figure in the legs and just cut the shins down in proportion and it looked better. And I painted it up and it looks good. Cool. Yeah, those the blue on those Cobra Troopers is a dark blue. Going purple would be it could be tricky if trying to dye. Oh. Did I sculpt the Power Girls Bazungas or is it 3D print? It's 3D print. Metaverse Customs.
Man, sculpting boobs is the worst. God, I've done it about 3 times and it's terrible.
I did these. This is going to be for choice. That's from the Disco Dazzler. Resculpted those. And I got, where's she at? Enchantress torso, the resculpted it.
It's no fun.
You gotta get them symmetrical and make sure that they're lay right to the body too, like the proportion.
It's the what bugs me is getting a smooth transition between the sculpt and into the plastic.
That's why I like the Fixit Sculpt. This stuff transitions really smooth.
Like I'm talking about the actual like boobs themselves.
Right. All that's a Fixit.
Okay, what about the cleavage?
This one is the original cleavage.
Oh,
but
okay.
All this is the Sculpt. And on this one, I actually resculpted the cleavage some, but you can't hardly see it. It's smooth, but you just can't see it where it's white.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Actually, like sculpting the cleavage itself.
Yeah.
And getting it to transition like into the collarbone. Oh my God. Kit, I'm busy, dude. Don't get into anything.
Oh, sand.
Kit. No.
Dropped my Dremel bit right on the floor.
Brand new Mythic Legion, just completely loose.
Oh yeah.
Not swapped or anything. Original stuff, just crazy.
You get back to work on her eventually here soon. Might electrocute. using Enchantress and Siren parts. I resculpted the pelvis area to work with the Siren legs better.
Mm. Did I show you the updated mantra loincloth?
I don't know if he did or not.
No. There it is.
Oh, Hang Solo found a source for Cobra Troopers in China are $6.99. They're missing feet, but the rest is with it. Cool. If you want to give Marvel Legends Savage She-Hulk Big John Martin hair, where could I find a good fitting hair sculpt? Ooh.
Turn off that white balance. What is that? Holy crap.
Wow, your white balance went crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your patterns.
Ooh.
When you turn the light out, I can see it really good.
Huh?
Turn the light completely off like you did. There it is. Oh, that's gorgeous, dude. Beautiful work, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's got a nice folds on it. Yeah, this is way better.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much.
I got this light way up here. I need to diffuse it, like, off to the side.
Well, it's the cameras, too. They have the auto white balance, and when you put something white on there, it goes. Oh, there. It went. Are you adjusting it now? It's better.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's not blown out now.
Huh?
The whites are not blown out now.
Okay, good.
And I think this leg is good to go.
Yeah, this new light I have is a monster. I had just a single LED style bulb that was 4,000 lumens, which is insane. But it was just on a regular lamp, and it broke. Well, I broke it because I got pissed at it. But then I bought this new light, and it's a $225 light. It's 3,500 lumens, and it's 26 inches wide. So it's ridiculous. And since it's got a lot more light area, it's way brighter. So this is like it all the way down and way off to the side. So if I put it like directly over my work area, even with it at 20%, it's still just outrageous. So it's like, I thought I was getting, it's like, oh yeah, this is perfect. No, not quite.
I think all my She-Hulk parts are good to go, green-wise. Just need to let it cure overnight, then it'll be ready for sealers.
Oh shit.
She's about ready to be back together. Big thing is make sure all the dust and stuff's out of the crevices of all this textured fabric before I seal it. Sculpted fabric, it's got all that raised detail. It's one thing I like about the MCU figures. They got all this nice texture on the figures. The Joes have that too.
Yeah.
With Hasbro, with the main comic figures, they don't really care.
Well, the main comic figures don't make them a lot of money. Except if it's Spider-Man or Iron Man or Wolverine.
There you are. Yeah, the Mr. Color, you gotta have a heavy-duty brush cleaner for it. Water won't do it, clean that stuff off.
I got out a bunch of mine right now. It's what I prefer to paint with these days.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the durability is just so insanely good.
It's just got a weird, funky smell.
Yeah, technically you're supposed to use a respirator no matter what.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Where's... I am using a Bucky Cat part on this figure, though. The feet on the One Punch Man.
For shame.
Well, they actually worked out perfectly, like for the look. The giant feet that come on like Pyro, those big clown feet. It's like, no.
Oh yeah. Sunfire feet.
Yep. Way too big for that figure.
Floppy ass feet.
We're coming up on 3 hours.
Feet or huge hands. They can't get it right.
Do what?
It's either huge feet or huge hands. They don't seem to want to get it right.
Yeah. Well, it's like Power Girl. I'm not using the Moonstone hands. I'm using Shriek and Spinneret hands.
Oh, are they considerably smaller?
They're more proportionate to the figure. So the Moonstone hands are the same size as She-Hulk's fist.
That's good to know because I was looking at that and I was like, not really so into that.
And they got the same size pegs, so you can just use those.
Cool. Gonna paint them with Mr. Color anyway, so they'll be durable as hell.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Color, Mr. Color is made for Mr. Hobby. Paints, you can get them on different stores online. What was that really good one that you use?
House of Burbank or something?
House of Burbank, USA Gundam.
Let me see.
Those are some of the vendors that carry them in stock.
House of Hobbies. Yeah, House of Hobbies, and it's Burbank's House of Hobbies. So houseofhobbies.com. That's the best place to buy them because they're definitely the cheapest.
$2.50 a bottle there.
$2.39, I think.
Okay. But
I think you can use a code called named Extra 5, and you get an extra 5% off.
Oh, sweet. I haven't made my order yet, so I need to use that. you snap that picture on it. You use the disappearing picture feature. So
I did?
Yep. When I was looking at the card, it's like I can look at it a couple times, and it's like, ah.
I thought I kept it as a keep in chat. That's what I usually do. All right. Make sure to post it again for you.
I appreciate it. All right. That's all the red for tonight. So I figure we'll wrap it up here in a few. It'll be on the 3-hour mark. So I got to work tomorrow. Well, I always got to work on Fridays, but tomorrow I actually have to go in the physical office.
Oh no, it's the worst.
We're getting a new desktop for an office, and can't go in. Normally I go in on Mondays. They said I can do it Monday. It's like, well, I'm working from home on Monday because.
Did they ever give you access to that program? Full access to that program that you use from home and work?
Oh yeah. I got it back. They changed some of the settings and stuff like where they didn't think it was going to mess things up, and it did. Are you interested in creating a new War Thor, or are you going to wait till Hasbro to release it? Hasbro's so they'll probably definitely make the War Thor.
Oh yeah,
because people want people want Vostok, the regular Vostok, but they'll make War Thor.
They're definitely going to make that.
I've been sanding pointy toes down to make them boots more realistic. Yeah, they got the Hasbro likes their elf booties. It's about what they look like, elf boots, elf feet. Just giant. Yeah, I figured just use all these extra shriek hands and stuff. I can do like a full array of hands for Power Girl for different posing.
You're doing all my work off camera.
Not the first time it's happened for one of us to do that. It took me a long time when I do this not to, especially when I Dremel. I'm really bad normally, but hold my arms braced against my torso so the Dremel don't move.
Yeah, that is really dangerous. Because if it wraps up into your shirt.
Well, I got far enough away from it, but I'm just holding my hands steady, pressing against my torso. I do that though. There's no way I could be on camera when I do that.
Yeah. I keep on reminding myself, dude, you need to figure out another way to do this, because if it wraps up, you're gonna be in some shit.
Yeah, I'm down Getting close to the home stretch of power roll being done.
Oh,
The body is mostly just sealers now. I put the last dry brushing on the arms. They look good. And you touch up the blue. On the, I'll do that way I got the paint out.
I'm
Yeah,
getting to the home stretch of starting mine. Well, I got the legs all situated and sanded. That's a big part of it, honestly.
Yeah.
The legs, that's like one of my big things that slows me down on figures. Just filling the peg holes and or pinholes or whatever, and then sanding out the seams.
Yep. I like to get rid of the seams too.
I need to work on my Max that I've been putting off for 4 years.
Right at the
It's made out of a really expensive figure now, which I kind of feel bad about. It's made out of a SH Figure Arts Blanca.
oh,
The figure is worth a lot of money now, and it's like dyed purple and sanded the hell out and all kinds of stuff. And now it's like I don't want to do it. Now I'm not gonna do it like just dyed. I'm actually gonna put a bodysuit on it instead now because I've gotten so much better at bodysuit making. I'm like, it'll be smoother that way.
She-Hulk should be probably finish her up tomorrow. I can just make sure to get all the dust out, dust and Dremel dust off of her. Hit her with a sealer, all the parts of sealer. Then hit her with dull coat and a little bit of semi-gloss.
Do you use AC Delco?
I use Duplicolor automotive sealer.
Oh yeah. Well, oh that's right, Duplicolor. Is that the one that I can't ever remember?
That's one Corey uses. I'm the one that told him about it.
Okay, then yeah, that's the one I'm thinking about then. That one, for whatever reason, does not work for me where I'm at. It fogs up real bad, and a lot of the people say, yeah, it fogs up, but then it goes away. It doesn't go away for me.
I've never had it fog up.
Huh?
I've never had it fog up, but I did get a bad can one time, and I had a beautiful paint job. Oh, it was my second First Form Prime. That's the one I got on my shelf over here. I had a bad can of Duplicolor, and I hit it with the sealer, and it just the paint melted.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it look white?
Didn't look white. It just I don't know. Well, it's long ago. I can't really remember. I can't say for sure.
So I'm trying to figure out why mine looks like the way it does, because I mean Corey's humidity isn't as bad as mine because I'm closer to water, but I mean it's not that different.
I'm in Virginia, so it's like well, you got plenty of humidity.
Yeah, it's colder where you're at though, so it's not as bad.
This Duplicolor Perfect Match.
Yeah, that's the stuff I have.
This is a fresh case too. I got ordered off Amazon. They were doing a sale. It's like you end up getting these for like $10, like 10 something a can. Normally these things right now, if you go to the auto parts store, like $17, $18 a can plus tax.
Yeah, that's what I paid for mine. It was like 18.
And I saw that case of 6 for like $65. It's like, I I'll use all 6. I just broke down and bought it. It's like I didn't want to drop $65 on like spray
I
paint.
need a can that's gonna work. What the hell, man?
But I guess where that was like this is some of the best batch I've had too. Like where it's brand new paint.
Oh, really?
That's the problem when you buy it from a automotive store. How long has it been sitting on the shelf?
Yeah. Yeah, mine's trash. I mean, I've tried to do it on multiple times, and no matter what, it ends up white. I've put it in, warm water. I've shaken it for like 2 or 3 minutes straight. I've tried everything, man. It's just toast. I can't. I think it's a bad can.
Okay, guys, I didn't mean like ignore the chat, but it seemed like it was. I checked the live stream on YouTube versus on StreamYard. It was behind. Are you guys backing the Kickstarter from XD High School Creations? It's a wall diorama.
Oh, I haven't heard about that. I am backing Almighty Legends though, and if you don't know about that, dude, please check that out. And considering backing that, it's about halfway backed, and they look really good. The guy that did it, he really should have had more prototypes done. So he kind of shit the bed. I hate to say it. He kind of messed up by not having more prototypes done when he launched.
Yeah.
But man, from just the one prototype he did, it looks really cool. The wings that he does look so cool. I really hope it gets funded, not just because I have money invested in it, but because I really want to see these things made. They look great.
Yeah, they're like the Battle Archangel things. Those things look really cool.
I mean, it sucks. I ain't gonna lie. The other Bible, the D13 toys, the Four Horsemen guy, his got back so fast because of who he is and everything. And yeah, I get it. He had the
and he's got them already up on Big Bad Toy Store too.
Yeah, it's because he got fully backed all the way. Got everything backed. Like all of his tiers are backed.
The blanks are tempting. He's got
the blanks look nice, but man, all the figures to me look bad. Personally, I just think they look bad. I mean, that's a personal preference. People, will differ from person to person. I think they look terrible, personally. I don't understand why people like them as much as they do. Maybe it's because they just like who the person is, the Four Horsemen guy. That's fine. I mean, they can root for that guy, Chris. I think he's a butthole, personally. I know more about him than most people do. I think he's not a great dude.
I have no idea who he is.
He's rude. He's a really rude person. But it's kind of like I work for Four Horsemen, my shit don't stink kind of person. Like that's kind of the vibe, right? And people get like that. Like I'm not gonna lie, I have a big ego too. I got a really big ego because of what I do for a living, and I'm good at it. But I know that I'm not the absolute best. I know that CJism is better than me. I personally think that Besley is better than me. Max Bird does some stuff that's better than mine. Like Max Bird does some really cool stuff, and I talk to all these guys. And and that the guy that does the suits, I don't remember his name. Kojiki, something like that. That guy runs circles around me when it comes to tailoring. Like, I'm not the best of the best, but I know I'm good at what I do. That guy kind of just like, I don't know, it's like different. Like it hits poorly, to me at least. So I don't know. That's just me, I guess. Maybe it's just me, and I that's the way I look at it. It could be just me in general, and I'm just looking at it in a negative light. But that's just how I see it.
Which Kickstarter are you talking about? Box cans I'll link to.
Oh, the blanks. Just go to BBTS and look up I think it's called Biblical Adventures, and look up. They have some blanks on there, and the blanks look pretty interesting. They really remind me of the Noda Studios or Nada Studios or however you say it. But I like the Nodas better. That and they're a proven company, you know. I like all theirs. I don't like the cankles on those, but but overall they're really nice. I'll go wash my hands for a bit.
There we go. You showed a blank body. Okay. This second, I'll pull it up. Take my reading glasses off. Okay, present. Yeah, here's all the blanks. They have a solid black, a white, a African American black, dark skin, a tan body, and a light body, light tan body. But you got the diaphragm,
I mean, the proportions look excellent.
Yeah, they and if you do like what you're talking about, like the soft good suits, body suits, these would be great for that.
Yeah, if you did a real tight bodysuit, it would look great on there.
And you got alternate feet too, or you don't have to do like the. Okay. Well, there's sandal feet and bare feet. Why is that picture so small and the rest of them are decent sized pictures? The one that shows the accessories is teeny tiny. I wonder if it's the same on the other one. Yep, same on that one. Why is the accessory picture so tiny? Okay, so you get blank bare feet, sandal feet, open straight palm hands, fist hands, style pose hands, looks like grip hands, and a sacred heart, hand holding a sacred heart, and another style pose hand. Not bad proportions though. Control 0. The white one and the black ones don't come with the sacred heart piece, the hand. Those sandal feet too, I can't see. Yeah, they're sandal feet too, bare feet. So the only thing you would have to do is source you some, like, if you want to use these for customs, you need some other feet. It's kind of odd not to give like a shoe foot or something other besides a sandal foot. The black body is, I would assume that's a render because it's super, looks super shiny.
It's black chrome.
I think it's a bad Photoshop.
You think?
That's bad Photoshop. That's the white body, Photoshop black.
Yeah.
Yep. We got different figure stands.
Buy like a set of the demons and have them walking on water and stuff, and just send them pictures of it.
Well, you can use these for different diorama pieces too. There's the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
That's gonna go. Oh, it's expensive. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, the $15 one. That was the was the Savage Crucible blank? I don't think it was $15. I think it was like if they meet tier 15. Oh, that was the Angel one, the other Angel one. They meet the number 15 goal or something like that. Yeah, that was the one with. That was a different Kickstarter. All right. All righty, everyone. I think I'm going to call it a night. I got to hit the hay, and I got to work tomorrow. So always work on Fridays, but have to get up and get dressed. I can't just wear gym shorts and put pants on.
So unfortunate.
Anyway,
Mine's all about my work attire is a shirt that's all messed up and pajama pants.
all right, everyone. I think that's going to call it a night. Thank you for everybody coming out and hanging out with us. Thank you, Harker, for coming out and hanging out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll be doing a full group on Sunday night. Remember to I have no idea what I was going to say. I'd like to try to get some reviews out, but I don't know how busy I'm going to be this weekend. But anyway, thank you again for hanging out with us. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and come back hang out with us again on Sunday. Have a good one.
Later.
2 hours later.
Oh, one last comment, and taters. Winners. Cool.